Hello everyone and thanks for watching. My name is Luke Baker and I'm a professional horn player and teacher. I went through the TMEA audition process myself back when I was in high school, and I remember how hard I worked to learn these tough etudes and become a Texas All-State horn player. I want to take just a couple of minutes to encourage you and give you a few tips on how to approach and practice these etudes to set you up for success. This first etude by Heinrich Gugel is incredibly difficult. And the very first thing I want to tell you is to never let music that looks scary or difficult intimidate you. Every piece of music can be broken down into smaller, bite-sized chunks, and this etude is no different. It is quite possible that this etude might call for some unusual skills or techniques that you may have never had to use before. So before you start trying to play straight through this etude, spend some time building your range and practicing other skills like flexibility and articulation. I'll leave a link in the description below to my website where you can find a few of my favorite exercises designed to address these skills. The staccato markings throughout this etude indicate a light and detached style. I would encourage you to strive to make this etude light and playful with some wonderful opportunities for dynamic contrast rather than heavy and aggressive. When I was preparing this etude, I found it tempting to play too aggressively, but over-articulating and playing too loud will make it more difficult to make these low notes speak and remain in control of the horn. I found it helpful to practice troublesome passages a little under tempo with a long legato articulation, then again at a softer dynamic with the appropriate light and detached staccato style before returning to play the passage as written. As you start practicing this etude, try playing everything slurred a little under tempo to teach your muscles how to travel between these unfamiliar intervals accurately. In these passages that have repeating low notes and changing upper notes, remember that the moving line is the melody, so focus on the changing notes more than the low repeated notes. Experiment with opening your hand in the bell slightly to allow the lower notes to pop out more effortlessly. For more clear and crisp articulation, make sure that you're not just hitting the correct notes, but playing each note in the center of the pitch, using both your muscle memory and singing the pitches in your head before you play them. To practice this, you can try playing a passage up or down an octave in a more comfortable register, or by playing the passage leading up to a troublesome note and then holding it as a long note as you pay attention to how the pitch settles. For the high D flat towards the end of the piece, I find that the most stable fingering on my horn is thumb 1 and 2, but you can experiment with thumb 2 and 3 as well. To successfully hit this note, you need to build up your high register and train your ear to hear this note before you play it. In performance, make sure that you take a big breath in the rest right before the high D flat, and then compress the air behind the tongue and a narrow aperture. Remember, the higher the note, the faster the air. And at the end of the day, if you miss it, there's nothing to stress out about. You're in good company, including myself and many others. Just keep playing and demonstrate that you are confident and in control of the horn throughout the rest of the registers. That will win you more points with the judges than any single high note ever will. Last but not least, finding places to breathe can be difficult in this etude. A faster tempo with efficient air usage can help you not have to take so many unnecessary breaths. But again, the judges would rather hear your healthy, controlled sound with a few interrupting breaths than listen to you run out of air or miss several notes in a row at the end of a phrase in an attempt to make it to the next rest. Decide where you need to breathe, make a plan, and stick to it. If you are an aspiring young horn player, please take a few minutes to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. I've compiled a robust series of performance videos and practice resources that you can use to play along with your own personal ensemble from the comfort of your own home. If you do not have a private lesson teacher or want to get more feedback on your playing as you prepare for the TMEA audition process, I currently have openings in my online lesson studio. In the description below, you'll find a link that you can use to contact me and schedule a private lesson. Until then, good luck and happy practicing.